Yo, good morning, man. So, I don't know where y'all at, but here in El Paso, the bottom dropped out of that mouth last night, man. It was 32 degrees this morning when I woke up. Took the dog for a walk. He looking at me like, yo, today? Really? So, question of the day. Is it still considered addressing the elephant in the room if the room is empty to the mother? Ain't no elephant in there, right? So who you addressing? But anyway, that's the topic of the day, man. So, not yesterday, shit, I'm getting my days all mixed up. Saturday, I had a little event that I had put on, photo party, costume party, Halloween thing. I show up, taking photos of friends, family, loved ones, whoever, in costume at a nice little spot downtown. I put out some information on it. Had a bunch of people saying they gonna come through. Yeah, for sure, bro. I'm coming. I'll be there. Bells and whistles on. And based on that feedback, I think that's what I jacked up. I had a bunch of feedback saying people coming. I'm coming. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Let's do it. Da 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 da. What's the time? What's the date? How much is it? Da 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 da. I mean, I had a bunch of feedback. So this is where I fucked up. I got lazy. I got complacent. I rested on my laurels of the fact that I had so much positive feedback of people saying that they was coming that I stopped grinding. I stopped nagging. I stopped throwing it out there. I stopped marketing it. And then I had a little break where I went and visited my son in Kerrville. He plays soccer for Shriner University. And I think that break did me some good, but it also hurt me in the fact that I kind of lost my rhythm. I lost myself for a little bit as far as the things that I was doing leading up and ramping up to this event. Because if y'all don't know, man, El Paso, Halloween is like Christmas around here. That's probably the biggest holiday in El Paso because of the Day of the Dead and all those cultural, historical things that they like to celebrate and do. So I figured this event would be great. Right, it would be popping. And I had a lot of great feedback, like I said. But bro, when I tell you I pulled up at 8:10, I'm already mad because I said the event was gonna start at 8. And I sat down with the family, 8, and I ended up getting out the house a little later than I thought. And I forgot about how far the drive is from where I'm at to where the spot is. I pull up at 8. Now I know 8 o'clock is a very early time to be talking about going to a bar, a club, or whatever. But that was the whole point. The whole point was to get in there and have the entire establishment to ourselves, whoever decided to show up and do the photo shoot. That way we not infringing on people, because the way this spot is set up, people will buy a spot. And when they buy that spot, that's their spot. And you can't really infringe upon that by walking in telling me, hey, I want to take a photo right here. They'll be like, man, get on out of here with that, man. It's my spot. I bought a bottle to reserve this area, not here you come. So that was the whole strategy behind it, was to get in, get out, or get in and then blend in, right? Because that spot normally get popping around like 10, 11 o'clock. We would have been done. People could have had a couple drinks. The bar was fully stocked, and and so I thought I had all that shit mapped out right, man. So I'm getting there amped up. I'm gonna burn one with y'all, man. I get there, I'm all amped up, ready to go. Get there, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 9 o'clock come around, 10 o'clock come around. And I had one person, bro, and I already knew who, sometimes you know who messed with you, right? I knew this certain person was gonna show up, and he showed up with his wife, and we made it happen. images turned out dope. But I was just mad, man. I was in my feelings. I was deep in my one feeling bag. I felt like I failed. I felt like I failed, right? And I felt like I'm not a very trustworthy person anyway, as far as, hold on, let me fix that. I don't put a lot of faith in people, right? I don't believe people gonna show up until you in front of me. Words don't mean much of nothing with me when it's coming from other people. Because of situations like this, right? And I look back on it and I try to reflect and say, where could I have gotten better, done better? Because as a military guy, man, there's always AAR, pros and cons, ups and downs. What could you have done better? Sustains and improves. So yeah, trust me, I sat back. Even while I was at that event, when I was on my fourth old fashioned. Yeah. I was that guy looking weird as shit up there, just waiting, because what I didn't want was for somebody to show up. You know, you got them late people, man, that like to show up when they want to show up, make their little entrance. I didn't want to leave and then somebody that said they was coming show up late. And then now here I am looking stupid and they mad because they didn't showed up in costume and makeup and everything else, and I'm gone. I'm not even there. So I didn't want that to happen, so I stayed a little longer than I should have, especially without any confirmed I'm comings, right? Since that event and since I posted it, within 2 days I had a bunch of, yeah, I'm coming out, yeah, think it's gonna be dope, bro, good. I didn't really reach out to those individuals to confirm, and that's one of the improvements I'm saying. I should have reached back out and got a head count, confirmed, RSVP. It was $50 for the shoot, $25 deposit. Because once you lock in some money, you locked in, or you don't feel like you lost that money. But the sum, $25 ain't enough to really be tripping on like, yeah, he can have it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think it would have helped. So after the shoot, I only had that one. My boy came through, and I appreciate you for coming through, man. And your wife. Pictures came out dope. But I just feel like at the end of it, man, I messed up. I did. I messed up. Now, well, there's some other factors, of course, but the main gig was on me because I should have followed up. You don't never just throw something out there and then not follow up with it, right? And I messed up by doing that. But going forward, man, like, it's tough as a photographer or as an entrepreneur, as a creator, to do anything without the people element. Because people is what drives you. People is what putting money in your pocket, putting food on the table, supporting you. So you can't do it without people, but at the same time, you got to do it with the right people. And I'm basically in my thoughts trying to figure out how to get into the right audience that's going to really help pursue and help me reach where I'm trying to get to. I got some dope people in my corner, man. There's people I can call on right now and say, hey, I'm having trouble here, or hey, do you have a connect over here where I can get in over here? Because currently I'm trying to work on getting my work exhibited in a building that puts on a lot of events for the black community, the sororities, the fraternities, just the black community, which is not a lot of us here in El Paso, but to know that we have a building dedicated for us to put on events is dope. And I'm trying to make sure that if I can get my work hung up, printed, and displayed up there, with a couple for sale signs on some of them. I don't want them just up there collecting dust. That if I can get my work out there in front of those type of people, and we can start really supporting one another, and then, you know, I don't want it to be to the point where it's us against them type mentality. No, it's good that we have our own space, because if you know anything about El Paso, it's very Hispanic, Latin dominated. And for us to be able to carve out our own little pocket in a corner, I think that's pretty substantial. I think that's pretty dope, man. But yeah, I really don't know what direction I want to go with on this video, man, because I don't want to come across as if I'm mad at my audience, and I'm mad at the people that said they were going to come through. But yeah, I was in my bag yesterday, man. If I could have fell off the grid yesterday, I would have. Because I really wanted to just turn my phone off and just reflect on what I did wrong and how I could do better. Now this TV will go to some of the brightest goddamn pieces of art and make my whole background overexposed right now, but it's all good, man. That could easily be fixed, right? But anyway, yeah, man, I had a couple beers and sat in my damn office like I'm doing right now and just vegged out yesterday. I tried to get completely off social media and hit a hard reset button, man. Had to power down and then reboot to make sure that when I do go out and I start peopling again, that I'm not putting off the wrong energy. So I had to make sure my vibrations and my energy was right before I start stepping out and start trying to people again. Because I don't want to rub people the wrong way. I knew I was emotional yesterday, somewhat volatile. So I made sure I stayed in my own little sector, so I didn't go out and upset a bunch of people with my attitude. Because I was on one yesterday. But just to wrap this up, man, once again, I wanted to address the elephant in the room with how I felt about that event. If you really want to even call it an event after that. But, I mean, I can only go up from there. The next event is a success if 2 people show up, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is now. Ain't nothing I can do to change it. That was yesterday, man. It's like Rafi, that is in the past. You know what I mean? I gotta keep moving. Jugging. Cause if I let that hold me down, man, I'm in the wrong business. If I'm letting that affect me 2-3 days down the line, and but I will say it will affect me long term because I'm gonna learn from that. Yeah, that was a hell of a learning experience, and I most likely, man, I needed that because I got comfortable. I did. I got comfortable thinking, oh, people love me. People gonna show up. Oh, I had 5. I had. He said, she said, oh, what time, what date, and I got comfortable, and I got burned, you know what I mean? But it's all good. I'm not gonna stop, man. Me and my trusty little Leica right here been off in the desert, just walking, man. A lot of times I just go for walks with my camera and go find stuff, interesting stuff, try to make some art out of just the randomness of the desert. I took my dog today, and would you know it, all that open desert, he found a jackrabbit. He chasing. There's no houses back there, but there's a road that they have built to start putting houses, and he chased a jackrabbit across the road, and the only car we saw that morning damn near smacked it. What's the odds of that shit? Murphy, right? But yeah, I needed to go out this morning, and it was a good go out. It was a good way to get some nice crisp. Boy, I'm glad y'all can't see my knuckles. Way it was cold out there. I couldn't even hold my cup of coffee, man. I kept having to shuffle and rotate hands. Okay, this hand cold, put this hand in the pocket, man. But it was fun, man. It was nice and relaxing and refreshing. It was so cold I couldn't even smoke a cigar because I didn't even want to have to hold it in my hand. I wanted to try to find a way to put my hands in my pockets this morning. The only time my hands came out of my pockets was to take a picture. It was cold. But yeah, I just wanted to address the empty room that had the big elephant in it. And let everybody know, man, I'm good. I just needed that time, man. I think every once in a while we get comfortable and we keep trying to push through. Sometimes it's good to take a step back, because this world will drive you freaking nuts. But yeah, y'all stay with me, man. Hey, YouTube channel, man. Let's get it popping. It's lame, it's generic, it's default, because I didn't put a lot of stock in it. And I didn't even change the name of it. I think I let YouTube pick the name, and I didn't even alter the shit. That's why it's Kenneth Stewart 155. So y'all like, subscribe, man. Help a brother get popping, because I'm trying to migrate off of Instagram. Because Instagram, nah. They want you to do all these reels and this. I can't talk for 15 minutes like I am right now. On Instagram, they shut you off at 90 seconds, man. They count down on your ass over there. So, yeah, I just want to come in here and share my art, my vision, my thoughts, and try to get this channel up and moving in the right directions, so I can get some more eyes on what it is that I'm doing, man. But before this screensaver behind me changes to something all white again and blow out my damn highlights in the background. Love y'all. Peace.
Turn this shit off.